Hey, it's Ken here. Welcome along to Ask Ajarn Ken. This first episode, we're going to be, the TikTok, we're going to be looking at what a Wellerman does, what it means. We'll look at the difference between idioms and phrasal verbs. What do they mean? What's the difference between a couple of words, improve and enhance? Some vocabulary for driving. Funny and fun. What do all these mean? And lots more. Let's have a look at the first episode of Ask Ajarn Ken. Hello there, it's Ken. Welcome along to Ask Ajarn Ken. And I'm really excited to be doing this. I often feel that there's so many features on social media, etc., and I don't see much interaction, if you like. So I'm trying to change the way the internet learns English or teaches English. So hopefully I'm looking forward to doing this Ask Ajarn Ken episodes every week or more if I can, where you can ask your questions on any topic regarding English or culture, etc. Anything that's going to help you to improve your English skills. Fingers crossed. That's why I'm here. This is what I'd love to do for you. So what we're going to do is let's have a look at question number 1. Ken, what does Wellerman mean? Wellerman. Wellerman. This is from this, I guess, on TikTok, right? The TikTok dance. The Wellerman come. Let's have a look at it up here somewhere. Sing along to it too. Yes, so the Wellerman. What is the Wellerman? Well, I had to look it up, actually. What it means is it was actually from Australia a couple of hundred years ago, when they would load up the boats with things like tea and and transport them on the boats. And the Wellerman is from the name of the company. The company was called Weller and Son, I think. So anyone who worked for Weller Company was called the Wellerman. And in the song, they're singing about the loading up all the goods onto the boats, and the boats sailing off to arrive at its destination and bring all the goods that they were taking, all the tea and rum, etc., that is sung about in the song. So yes, so the Wellerman is the name of the person that works for the Weller Company. So now you know, huh? Ken, what is the difference between idioms and phrasal verbs? Thanks. The difference between idioms and phrasal verbs, yeah? Let's look at each one. A phrasal verb. Well, you know what a verb is, yeah? A verb is one action word. To look, to talk, to see, to sit, for example. Yeah, these are all verbs, yeah? And it means exactly what you would think it means, what you're taught it means. A phrasal verb, on the other hand, is like a verb, but it has maybe 2 or 3 or 4 words sometimes, yeah? And it has the main verb plus a particle or 2. And a particle is like an adverb or a preposition. So, for example, you've got look, which is a verb, look, to have vision with your eyes. But look forward to is a phrasal verb. And it doesn't mean anything about with your eyes. Look forward to means to be excited about a future event. So a phrasal verb is a verb, but the meaning is very different from the main verb, what you would think the main verb is. But as I mentioned, look, to see with your eyes, but look forward to doesn't mean to see with your eyes. It has nothing to do with that. It's to be excited about a future event. So that's a phrasal verb, an action with 2 or 3 words, particles, adverbs, and prepositions, and the meaning changes from the main verb. That's very, very important with a phrasal verb. It has a different meaning to the main verb. An idiom, if you will, a phrasal verb is an action, yeah? But an idiom is like a sentence or an expression. It's got more, it's like a clause, for example, yeah? Or a sentence, a full sentence. For example, an idiom might be, it's raining cats and dogs. Everyone knows that, yeah? Means it's raining very, very heavily. Now, if you didn't know the meaning of it's raining cats and dogs, and someone says it to you, you might think, what are you talking about? I have no idea. It's raining cats and dogs. Don't know what it means. So an idiom is like a sentence or an expression that you don't know what it means. You have no idea what it means, because it's totally different to what, you know, it has nothing. So yeah, so an idiom has a totally confusing sentence. So that's the main difference, is a phrasal verb is one particular action, and an idiom has a sentence that might confuse you because it means something totally different to what is being said. So in a nutshell, a phrasal verb is an action, an idiom is a sentence or a clause or a structure or an expression. So there we go. That's the difference between phrasal verb and idiom. Everyone's favorite topics, yeah? Phrasal verbs and idioms, right? Cool. Let's see what we have next. Ken, are Scotland and England people behave similarly and morally? Do Scottish and English people behave similarly and morally? Correct. Okay. I get a lot of questions about Scotland, you know, on Facebook especially, about being Scottish. And people say, are you Russian? Are you French? Are you German? Because the accent in Scotland is very different to what the typical BBC, old style BBC RP accent, very different. BBC is becoming very regionalized with its accents, yeah. So do Scotland people and English people behave differently? No. Do any people behave differently? I mean, I have visited 56 countries in the world, and people are generally the same all over the world, you know. People like to make you feel welcome. They like to eat well. They like to drink. They like to take care of their kids. They like to be happy. People all over the world are the same. Now, maybe politically, maybe there's some differences, but in terms of behavior, generally people all behave the same way. When people put the flag over themselves for their country, that's where sometimes people can get a little bit crazy, you know, protecting their country, which it's up to them, but for me, I wouldn't like to make someone feel bad just because I love my own country, for example. But morally and behaviour-wise, Scotland and England people behave very, very similar, I guess. Politically, Scotland and England is very different. Most people, you know, England's a much bigger country than Scotland, and the government of the UK is based in England, and you know, what can I say? Scotland hasn't voted for the UK government many times. For example, since 1950, there's been 18 elections, and Scotland has got the government it voted for only 6 times. So this is why there's talk about independence, etc. But generally, people-wise, morally-wise, everyone's the same, right? I guess. So no, they don't behave differently at all. I hope that answers your question in a roundabout way. I'm trying to be diplomatic. Ken, what's the difference between improve and enhance? Oh, so we've got a vocabulary question, yeah? Improve and enhance. Very, very similar, yeah? Very, very similar words to both mean to make a process or something better. Slight difference. Improve means perhaps something isn't working to the best it can do. So then you would improve it. Okay. But enhance implies that something is already performing really well. You're making adjustments to make it even better. So to improve something is to make it better because it's not doing too well. And enhance means to make something better that's already very good. So if you look at athletics or sports people, they want to enhance their performance. Already their performance is really, really good, but they're training to enhance it, to make it even better. So that's an example of enhancing something, to make something that's good already even better. If you want to improve something, or this isn't working as well as what we think, I think we can make some improvements. So as you can see, there's a little difference between improve and enhance. Improve, something's working not as well as what I think, so I think we can make it better. Enhance, it's doing really well just now. I think we can make it even better than it is. So a little subtle difference between improve and enhance, yeah? So that's the difference. Let's see if you can make a couple of sentences with that, and I'll check them for you. Okay, so there you go. Thanks for your question. Improve and enhance. Ken, it may sound strange. How should we say while driving? To light your signal, give a signal? I'm guessing you mean the blinkers on a car, yeah, to show that you're turning like this. Yeah, so you're driving your car and you want to make a left turn or a right turn. In the UK, in British English, we would say indicators. I would indicate to turn right. I would indicate to turn left. I would use my indicators. That's what the standard vocabulary is. My indicators. Indicate means to show that you're doing something. So to indicate right, to indicate left. I put on my indicators. That's what we say in the UK. In America, I think they would say blinkers, right? I put on my blinkers or flashers. No, blinkers, I think it is, yeah. But certainly in British English, we call them indicators, my yellow indicator light. Is my indicator light out? Is my indicator light working? So that's what we would say. Indicators, we indicate to turn right. Thanks for your question. Ken, what is the difference between fun and funny? Thanks. What's the difference between fun and funny? Let's start with funny. Funny is an adjective. Something is funny. You're a funny guy. If you watch Goodfellas, the old movie from 1990, there's a very famous scene in it. You're a funny guy. Funny means you think something is amusing and it makes you laugh. Ha 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 ha. So that's one use of funny. It's an adjective to make something laugh. In English, funny also means something weird. What's that funny smell? You're acting funny. You're not normal. You're acting a bit weird. You're funny. So funny has two meanings, adjectives: to think that something's weird or not normal or not usual, and you want to laugh. It amuses you. That's funny. Fun, on the other hand, If something is fun, is an adjective as well, and it means that you enjoy it. That's what it means. Something I had a really fun day. I really enjoyed it. We laughed. I really enjoyed myself. It was fun. There was nothing bad about the day. So fun as an adjective means that you enjoy. You're describing something that you enjoy. There was nothing bad about it. It was a fun day. He's a fun guy means you enjoy his company. He likes to do good things. He likes to be happy. He's a fun guy. Fun is also a noun. The fun I had, the good times I had. So when we're talking about fun, it implies you're having a good time. When you talk about funny, it makes you laugh, or it's a little bit weird. So there we go. He's a funny guy. He makes me laugh. He's a fun guy. He's always happy and he likes to do good things. So you see the difference between that there? Funny is about making laugh. He's a funny guy. He's a bit weird. He's a fun guy. He always likes to be happy and to make everyone happy and do happy things. So that's the difference between fun and funny. Good one, right? Excellent. Let's see if you can use either of them in a sentence and I'll check it. Okay, good for you. So let's have a look. Another question. Thank you. Explain what is provide and give. Provide and give. Oh, very similar words, right? So both mean, I guess, if you give something to someone, you put something in your hand, or I guess I was going to say you give them something, right? This is the bad thing about being a teacher. You try to explain something and you end up saying the word because it's the only word to use. So if you give something to someone, you hand it to them. Maybe they want it or they need something, or you're being very polite and you want to make sure that they have something, so you give it. So for example, I want to give you some food. Okay, so you hand the food to them, or you hand them money to buy some food. Provide, on the other hand, means similar, but if you provide something, it means that you are taking responsibility. So for example, we provided them with food and shelter. We took the responsibility of giving them food and giving them a shelter, giving them a house or a room until they were on their feet, or for the next day. So provide is giving someone, but you're taking responsibility for it. It's a much more formal word. They provide education. They take responsibility for giving that education. They provide all the tools to do the job. They take the responsibility to give you all the tools for your job. They provide expenses. They take the responsibility to give you expenses to cover your costs. So if you provide something, you take the responsibility to give it. If you give something, it means that you use your hand and somebody wants something from you. You don't want anything back. You're not taking responsibility for it, really. It's just a one-off. Here you go. I'm giving you some money. I don't want to hear any more. I'm providing you with an income. I'm taking responsibility to keep giving you an income. I'll give you a room for the night, but then tomorrow you must go. And I'm providing you with shelter, with a room until you feel better. So as you can see, they're very, very similar, but provide is all about taking responsibility for that action, and give is perhaps just a one-off thing for it. Okay. I love being a teacher to answer these sort of things, you know, because it really makes me think. I remember when I was when I started teaching, and some things I had to learn, because a lot of the grammar structures and grammar terms, we never learned this at school, you know, we never learned this when we in our education system, we just speak. And so things like the perfect tense and the passive voice and vocabulary like this, really, I love it, because I mean, it makes me think, really, what is the difference with that, you know? So I can totally understand what you guys go through when you're learning English. So there we have it. This is episode 1 of Ask Ajarn Ken. And really enjoyed this, actually. Really enjoy it. If you have any questions, you can let me know in the comments, and I'll include them in the next or upcoming editions of Ask Ajarn Ken. I'm sure you've got lots of questions you want to ask an English teacher, and this is why I'm here. Let's try and change the way everything is done with English, learning English and teaching English. So there we go. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. I've certainly enjoyed it. As I said, as I mentioned, I've certainly allowed me to think about English. And let's see, I'll put this on YouTube and Facebook, and we'll put links to it on my Instagram and TikTok, etc. And if you have any questions, then please get in touch with me. I'm more than happy to hear from you. In fact, I really love hearing from you. So that'd be great. So until the next time, let's see if I can hear from you and if you have any questions. My name's Ken. Take care of yourselves, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.